There we go. All is good, off we go. I've been wanting to do an economy run for a long time in this car. I've had this car since August, it's December. I haven't done one economy run in it. So that is what I want to do now. I'm going to kill two birds with one stone actually, because I'm going to do the economy run and I'm also going to retrace the steps. Three birds with one stone actually. Do the economy run, retrace the steps of an economy run I did in my old car. It was a 1.6 HDI, this is a 2 litre, and that way I will be able to compare consumption. And also, very importantly, I just filled up. I'm just leaving the petrol pump and I want to see the real MPG of this car and compare it to what the trip computer says. Because I'm not sure this trip computer is that accurate, at least not as accurate as my previous car. That car had a margin of error of about 0.2 litres per 100 kilometres, which is some MPG. It's very little, like 2 MPG in the range that we are talking about here. So the route I'm going to trace is one I did in June of 2020, I think so, and I went to the highest point of the district where I live, Porto. It was an absolutely lovely journey, but it was absolutely miserable weather, very foggy, and today's not that different. I seem to have a knack for doing these economy runs when the weather isn't perfect, and it's not good for economy. I mean, if you think about it, when I keep thinking about these things, if you drive through a puddle, you feel the car resisting, you know, there's resistance on the tyres, and resistance is something you don't want if you want to get a good average. But I can't wait for sunshine, otherwise I'm never going to do the economy run, because it's been absolutely miserable, the weather. The biggest hurdle in this economy run is to try to imitate the driving style of that previous economy run, because these engines, they inspire completely different behaviour. In the case of the 1.6, because it was slow and rough and shunty, as I keep saying, I didn't find it hard to drive softly. You don't, you know, it's not hard to not push an engine if it's clattery and harsh. That is not a challenge. But if it's a much more silkier, smoother engine like this, I found it to be very easy to step on the throttle, get a bit enthusiastic. Now, I recently published the review of this car, and it's really hard to get into a single review, into a single video, all you want to say about a car. It's impossible, otherwise you'll be talking for hours and hours and hours. And ever since I've bought the car, I've been trying to put my finger on what I like so much about this car, and it's just so many things. But it's the little details usually that really make a difference, and it's going to be a bit weird, and I hope I'm not the only one. If I am, I'm going to sound like a complete crackpot. But one of the things that I really missed in having in a car, and I should point out that I was used to having Citroen for years and years and years and years. My dad had Citroens, my first car was a BX, so I became very used to the interface. And the thing that I missed, as I was saying, I had a Volvo, two Volvos over the course of 10 years, 10, 11, 12 years, sorry. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Two Volvos over the course of 12 years. I missed the dash lights. It's weird, but when you turn on the side lights on a Citroen, you get a little bulb, a little green bulb telling you you've got your side lights on. And when you put on the dip beams, you get a green symbol with the dip beam. I didn't get that in the Volvo. I like the clarity of these colours and symbols. And as soon as I got my first C5, I just thought, oh God, this is so wonderful. This really feels like something familiar and cozy. I don't know how to describe it. It's weird. I think we'll get a bit hung up on these details if we pay attention to this, of course. If you don't pay attention to this, just use the car as a very simple means of transport, getting from A to B and just getting in, getting out, and that's it. You won't notice this. silly now. And we're going up and up and up, and I'm fearful to look at the average. 6.1. Oh, okay, could be worse. It's like we're ascending into the clouds. Fog lights on. Wow, look at that. Wow. I remember this from last time. But yeah, the view is amazing. Even with this weather, this terrible weather, the view is pretty impressive. 5 degrees centigrade, by the way. God, that's cold. Average 6.9. Bloody hell, it's not going to get any better. What am I doing wrong? Why am I getting such poor averages in this car? Whoa, there's some big craters in the road. Should I raise the suspension? No. If the other car did it with regular coil spring suspension, so can this. I remember remarking the last time I came, wow, there must be an amazing view from here. Well, at least there is a view now. Last time there was zero view, nothing. You could just see a wall of white. Okay, I think I'm going to hitch up my skirts this time. Or should I drive through? That's fine. Wow, I can see the mountains though. That's amazing. I keep telling myself, come here in the summer or the spring, and you'll have the amazing views. Well, I came here in June and it didn't work. See that massive crater in the road? There. I just crashed through one and I thought I must have broken something. If nothing happened, then this car is made of great material. If not, I'll probably have something like a punctured tyre, don't know. The tyre pressure warning system will let me know if something's wrong. Yeah, because I've got a tyre pressure warning system. How about that? Tyre pressure sensors. Posh, eh? Whoa, look at that other gigantic crater. Jesus. And the camera's lopsided. This is not good. Das ist nicht gut. Ha! There you go. Camera just fell out of the mount. This is where I saw sheep last time. I remember that. I remember this bit here. It's part in cobblestone. I'm going to go all the way now, right up to the chapel. Oh, well, there it is. So I probably could have just gotten out and walked. Yeah, I'm stopping here. 7.5, that's a lot worse than I was imagining. There, leave the car there and go for a look around. Look at that, that's poop. That is either goat or sheep poop. Oh God. Oh, no view. Got to be careful because it's so wet, it's slippery. Oh God, the rain is freaking well coming down and it's very cold. We go up this way. There we are. What does that say? Something Morão 1955. That is 1955 the year, not altitude, because even the tallest mountain here in Portugal isn't that high. Just about that high, I think, in continental Portugal, I should say. There you go, there's the chapel. You can see absolutely nothing. Crap. I had a view just a minute ago when I was coming up. Oh God, but nothing here. But it is beautiful even in this weather. Jesus Christ, it's cold. I'm going back to the car. It's about 5 degrees centigrade. So I am absolutely freezing. How am I going to get down? Oh God. I was going to film a bit more, but it's so cold. I actually thought I'm going to do the walk around here. Forget it. Stuff that. No heating on. Oh God, that was disagreeable. So 7.5. Let's see if I can get that average down. Just at risk of ice, because yeah, that's how low the temperature is. Risk of ice. Never seen that before. Why couldn't we have a view like this from up top? Because we were inside a cloud, that's why. Then there's the motorway. Yeah. Can't really see much from here, can you? No. Okay, so you look at the landscape, I will avoid the craters. Holy moly! Look at the size of that one. Hang on a second. I'm going to take you to look at that. Whoa! That's how deep my foot goes. The car goes in there. That's it. You are stuffed. Blimey hell. And I think, is it worth it? Or should I say, was it worth it? Was it worth it to switch the 1.6, which drank fuel very sippingly, very sparingly, in comparison to this one? As this drinks it as if it was a German at Oktoberfest. And yeah, that's a real tough question. And my gut instinct is yes, because what this offers in terms of its performance and extra kit, i.e. the hydropneumatic suspension, which I'm going to put into use right now. I'm going to hitch up the skirt so that I'm not going to take any chances. Don't know if that's going to be visible on camera. There you go. Brilliant. So yeah, the weather's even worse than it was just a moment ago. And look, off in the distance, those clouds are amazing. Set rep, I am 150 kilometers into the trip, 6.1 litres per 100 kilometers. Now, it is not a good average. However, if you compare the average to what it was when I left which was 7.5. I've gone down 1.4 litres in average, whereas the last time I left it was 5.8 and I managed to get it down to 5.0, so it was 0.8 of a litre less. So I don't know, proportionally I think we're doing better here. Now I'm on my way to refill so I can see what the actual average is, real world average. So yeah, we'll await and see. Well, I'm a bit tired. I've just filled up and I'm going to punch in the numbers and see what comes up. The trip computer said 5.9 at the point of filling up. I'm going to stop for lunch and then I'm going to write down all the sums and stuff because I'm bloody hungry. So the numbers are in and the news is not good. In fact, it's rather stupid and desirable. 5.9 litres on the trip computer, 6.24 in reality. So that is awful. What did I do wrong? I probably did nothing wrong, that's just the reality of it. Anyway, that's the price for having a quicker car. It's got a bigger engine, it's going to consume more fuel. Oh well, not the ending I was hoping for, but an ending nonetheless. If you made it this far, thanks very much indeed for watching. I thank you for your patience and I hope to see you in a future video. I bid you farewell.